There are two sets of then consumers here. One is the Web3 crypto native, someone who's living on chain, who's using a self-custodial wallet every day, and they might be staking on ETH, earning staking rewards, auto-converting that into USDC, and then using USDC to go out to dinner. And so there are all these ways that people are either generating income or trading or having different on-chain activities that then they need to translate that back to a stablecoin, but they might not necessarily want to send it all the way to fiat in their bank account because maybe there'll be a meme coin that launches the next day that they buy, like that they'll keep cycling back through that wallet. So I think that there are these on-chain native consumers that self-custodial link cards are a really clear product market fit for. And I think the other segment are consumers outside the United States who are excited about dollars. They want access to dollars. They want to be able to spend and hold dollars. And so we're seeing more demand globally of consumers and small businesses that aren't even really crypto natives. They just want access to dollar denominated financial services.
I think when you also look at kind of people, for example, in emerging economies where, for example, access to a bank account may not be the easiest thing to get. I look at Argentina as a good use case for that, where if you want a US dollar denominated account, you have to have a certain amount of money to be able to deposit. I think it's $10,000, which for the average Argentinian is a huge amount of money. So the idea that you could automatically kind of keep your funds in dollars if you want to, dollar denominated stablecoin, but then have the ability to spend in the dollar versus on a card is actually quite compelling in terms of purchasing power, parity, and all these other things that people get.